Dura-lift door hardware. In this video, we will show you how to effectively replace or install new torsion springs on your sectional garage door. Please keep in mind that adjustments or repairs should only be made by a trained door systems technician using proper tools and instructions. Additionally, torsion springs should be replaced with the same specifications as the existing springs on your door. Do not try to overcompensate with a stronger wire gauge or added length, as springs are assigned to specific door weights to operate correctly. Begin by disengaging the opener so there is no chance the door will open by itself during installation. The springs will be removed with the door in the closed position. With the winding bar fully inserted into the cone plug and resting on the header, insert the second winding bar into the plug above. Remove the first bar and turn the bar down. Then use the winding rods to position the existing spring set screws towards yourself at a workable angle, and then use a socket wrench to loosen the set screws so they're not gripping the torsion bar any longer. With the set screws loosened, begin unwinding the torsion spring quarter turn by quarter turn, alternating the winding rod position on the door header. Repeat this process until the spring is unwound and has no tension. With both torsion springs unwound, unbolt the stationary cone from the center bracket. Repeat this step for the broken spring. Next, use a wrench to loosen the set screws on the two cable drums. Disconnect the cable from both the drum at the top of the door and the bottom bracket at the bottom of the door. Slide the drum off of the torsion bar and set to the side for reinstallation. Repeat this step for the second drum and cables. Now you are able to remove the old springs. Slide the springs down the bar and remove them by sliding the torsion bar slightly out of the end of the bearing plate. Next, slide your new Dura-lift torsion springs onto the torsion bar the same way you remove the old springs. Slide the drums back onto the torsion bar and place the bar back into the end bearing plate. Use a wrench to tighten the set screws on both of the drums. Bolt the new torsion springs together at the center bearing plate. Slide the drums back onto the torsion bar and place the bar back into the end bearing plate. Now the new springs are ready to be tightened. As a rule of thumb, the springs should be wound 4 quarter turns for every foot of door height plus an extra 2 turns. So for a 7-foot tall door, you should wind each spring 28 plus 2 or 30 quarter turns. Once finished turning the spring, keep the winding rod resting on the garage door header and tighten the set screws to the torsion bar with your socket wrench. To make sure the springs have wound the appropriate number of times, lift the door to the halfway position. If the door moves up on its own, the torsion springs have been wound too much. In this scenario, simply unwind both of the springs 1 or 2 quarter turns until the door balances at the halfway position. If the door starts to move down by itself at the halfway open position, the torsion springs have not been wound enough. Add 1 or 2 more quarter turns on each spring until the door balances in the center. Once the door is balanced correctly, re-engage the operator and open the door to test if it is running smoothly. You have now successfully replaced your garage door torsion springs. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for best practices for repairing or improving your garage door. Comment or contact us if you have any questions. Dura-lift door hardware, setting the standard in door parts.